Hello folks, now if you've watched my in-stock lease deals of the month for June 2023, you'll know that there's probably not been a better time, certainly in recent months, to lease a car than there has been right now. There are some amazing deals around. As always, the deals in this video we're going to look at are based on 3 months up front, 3-year deals on 10,000 miles a year. And as always, use my link to LeaseLoco, folks. I cannot do this if you don't use it. And by using that link, you can go in, have a little click around and set the lease deal up to your personal preference. You might prefer to do no deposit, or you don't do as many miles, or you do a load more miles. Click around, very easy to use. It supports the channel, so thanks. Now the first one we're looking at today is the GWM Ora Funky Cat, 126 kilowatt first edition, 48 kilowatt hour automatic. This is a £32,000 car, folks. 891 quid up front and £297 a month. 193 miles of range, 171 brake horsepower, 228 litres of boot space, insurance group 24. And 0 to 60 in 8.3, but it feels quicker in fairness. They're roomy, they're comfortable, they're also a little bit weird, which is quite good in today's modern world where some cars are a little bit bland, believe it or not. Really well screwed together, these things, and they really surprise quite a lot of people that set foot in one for the first time. Anyway, enough about that. Let's look at the deal, because that's truly exceptional. 891 up front, 297 a month. If we go back to when these came out in July of last year, 556 quid a month. In October, £604 a month. For quite a long period of this year, they've been around about £440, £450 a month. And then look at this, just fell off a cliff a couple of weeks ago. The average price on one of these is £450 a month, currently £297, and it's in stock. Use that link, go and check one out right now. Next, we've got the Corsa. Now, this is a little bit more expensive than the Ora Funky Cat. A little bit smaller in terms of the cabin size, but it's got a bit of a bigger boot and does a few more miles of range. 946 up front, 315 a month. This is the 100 kilowatt ultimate 50 kilowatt hour automatic. Obviously, again, this one's in stock. This is ultimate trim, so it's as good as you're going to get. And as you can see, it's currently cheaper than ordering a GS or a GS line, which is bananas. 222 miles of range, 136 horsepower, 267 litres of boot space, insurance group 25, and a 0 to 62 time of 7.6 seconds. You've got all the spec going. You've got a big Navi system. You've got Alcantara leather. It's got everything in it, this one, folks. Average price on it for the year has been 387. This time last year, 441. August, 454. And then for quite a long period, it's been around about 380 a month for a long time, and just very recently it's dropped down. As you can see, the average price on it's been 387 quid over the last 12 months, currently 315 with 946 up front. And once again, folks, it's in stock, so jump on it if you want to get it. Next, we've got the Peugeot E2008 100 kilowatt GT 50 kilowatt hour, just over £1,000 up front and 339 a month. 206 miles of range, 136 horsepower, insurance group 26, and 434 litres of boot space. So quite a decent, spacious little car, this one. 9.9 seconds to 62. And just look at this, average price on it's been 396 quid over the last year. In fact, it's been pretty much bang on 430 to 450 every month over the last year. Currently 339 with £1,019 up front. That's a great deal on what is a very good little car. Now, there's no sponsor on today's video, folks, and that's because the sponsor of it is me, and I'm appealing to your good nature. If you're interested in EVs in any way, shape or form, or if you just like a bit of a travel vlog, go and check out this video. I've released it recently and YouTube just haven't promoted it because it's different from anything else I've ever done before. There's tons and tons of effort in this video. The first part is on my channel, and the second part is on the channel of a chap named 𝘾𝙃𝘼𝙉𝙉𝙉𝙁, and there's a link in this video to the second part of it as well. Go and watch both videos together. If you've ever liked any old Top Gear kind of stuff, where essentially a couple of idiots go on a road trip, then you'll love this, I'm sure. It's really scandalous how much effort went into this video and how few people have actually got to see it because YouTube have just not served it up to anyone. So please do me a favour, go and check it out. I think you'll love it. Let's get on to some more lease deals, shall we? Next, we've got the Citroen EC4. We've seen this one on the channel before. This is the 100 kilowatt cents, 50 kilowatt hour. This one is a factory order, but if you want to pay an extra £1.76 a month, you can get one in stock, so that might be worth considering. £1,020 up front, £340 a month, 220 miles of range, 136 horsepower, insurance group 23 and 380 litres of boot space. And then down here, average price on it £419.51. As you can see at its peak, £485 a month, £498 a month in September. Currently £340 a month with just over £1,000 up front. Great saving. So that road trip I just told you about was in the Ioniq 6, but this is the Ioniq 5, which shares quite a lot of things in common with the Ioniq 6. This is currently £1,400 up front and £472 a month. 240 miles of range, 170 brake horsepower, insurance group 29 and 527 litres of boot space. This one is in stock, folks. This is a fantastic price. If you want to get this, jump on it, because the Ioniq 5 is one of the most sought after EVs on the market, and it will go quickly. 0-62 and it's 8.5, by the way. This is the rear wheel drive version. You can get a more powerful version with a bigger battery and all-wheel drive. That will currently cost you quite a lot more than this one. Average price on the Ioniq 5 has been £561 a month. As you can see, its peak was the end of January of this year, £660 a month at that point. Yikes. Currently £1,417 up front and £472 a month. That's a stonking deal, folks. Jump on it. Next, we've got the VW ID4. This is £1,520 up front and £506 a month. This is the 150 kilowatt Life Pro Perform 77 kilowatt hour version, 320 miles of range, 204 brake horsepower, insurance group 26 and 543 litres of boot space. This one's in stock at £506 a month, usually a lot more expensive than this. 0-62 time on that car's 8.5 seconds. Now, VWs can sometimes be a little bit sparse when it comes to standard trim levels, but this one won't leave you wanting for too much, in fairness. Now look at this. Bear in mind, it's currently £506 a month. On the 22nd of May, £753 a month. The average price on it for the year has been £646 a month. And you can see here, if we go along, this time last year, £684 a month. In November, £785 a month. And then it just dropped a couple of weeks ago, and we're currently £1,520 up front and £506 a month. Remember that it's in stock, and the in-stock deals go very, very quickly. So if at the time you click on my link below, which I know you're going to, and you can't find this deal, it's because it's already gone. So act fast if you want it. Next, we've got the Ford Mustang. It's not a Mustang. Mach-E, 198 kilowatt standard range, 70 kilowatt hour rear wheel drive. This one again is in stock at £526 a month with £1,580 up front. That's a really good price on one of these, in fairness. They're usually a lot more than that. 269 brake horsepower, insurance group 33, 6.9 seconds to 62. Average price £759. And look at this for a peak. January, £992 a month. Just a couple of weeks ago, 22nd of May, £925 a month. Look at the price of it, folks. 20th of February, £915. So the average price on it's been £759 a month. Currently £526. But again, it's an in-stock deal, so you would need to act very quickly indeed if you wanted to get on one of these. Now, loads of people love the Mustang Mach-E. I don't, in fairness. It started off on the wrong foot with me by putting a Mustang badge on an SUV. But there you go. They're very popular things. So if you're in the market for one of those, this might just be a good way of getting hold of it. The most popular EV in the UK is the Tesla Model Y. This is the rear-wheel drive version, 283 miles of range, insurance group 46, 347 brake horsepower, and a 0-62 time of 6.6 seconds, folks. It's £1,564 up front and £521 a month. Let's look at the price tracker on this, because it's been a bananas year for the Tesla Model Y. Where is it? There it is. So this car came out in September, £768 a month. Then it kind of dropped down a little bit. It was around about £600 a month for quite a long time. And then that day came when Tesla announced their price drop. That was the cheapest point we ever saw it, but it only lasted a day, maybe 48 hours tops. And it was £514 on a lease. Then the prices started to creep back up again. And pretty much since then, it's been around about £550 to £580. There or thereabouts every week, every day, ever since. It's currently £1,564 and £521 up front. It is in stock. So that's a fantastic deal. Honestly, folks, we can't ever second guess Tesla pricing because it's bananas, really, isn't it? It just goes up and down all the time. But I cannot ever see a Model Y being under 500 quid. Can you? And if you like that Model Y, but you don't need quite as much space and you like a bit more range, check out the Model 3 Long Range. This one's got 283 brake horsepower, 561 litres of boot space and 394 miles at range. One thing that a lot of people don't realise about Model 3 is just how much room it's got in it. The cabin's quite spacious itself. You've also got a frunk and a really big boot. So it's quite a practical car, as well as having the ability to go like, you know what, off a shovel. £1,776 up front and £592 a month. And 0 to 62 times 3.7 seconds in that car, folks. A 0 to 60 run in this car is so fast if you floor it that it will hurt your head a little bit. It's astounding. So the price tracker information on this only goes back a few months, which is slightly odd, but it was 600, but the average, so the price tracker on this, slightly oddly, only goes back a few months, but the average price on it has been £647 a couple of weeks ago, and the price has recovered a bit, but it's currently £1,776 up front and £592 a month. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Not enough of you do. Just thumbs up. That's all it takes, folks. Now go and check out that road trip video in the Ioniq 6. Honestly, by far the best thing I've ever made. So please go and check it out. Thanks.